as the most talented footballer that Ghana has ever seen. How did you get this talent? Quite natural, or you trained for it?
You've asked a question. You know, when those times that we were playing football,
yeah,
and if I remember very well, it was around where GBC is. You see, behind it, Kanda, there is a fence wall there. There is a field there. And we have a Arabic school just opposite.
Yes.
And we used to go and play football. And that is where the area they play football. There was no coach football there. Coach football is being played at Manchabuana, the Ghana area place, Accra Main Street.
Yeah.
And you can imagine, I was playing with the, older ones, but very young. And they used to come and pick me to go and play coach because I'm a coach player. So you could see that I was a talented player, a gifted, which I just know how to play football because none of my
Your
family
lineage or
no, I don't know if somebody played football, but the football, I think that football was given to our generation. So playing football is part of what we love to do, apart from going to the Arabic school. And then it happened that they have to form a team. And that is all how it all came about. And those who were with us, like Anas and Juan Labaran, they were our seniors.
okay.
And they had a chance to go and justify themselves at Accra House of Foods. That was the lotteries.
Oh, okay.
And it worked. So the manager then said, well, if your colleagues, they went to House of Foods at that time. It's not easy. If they can make it, you can also make it. I said, no, I'm not interested. Because I look myself very young. I can't go and disturb myself at that highest level. They said, no, you have to go. I say, well, if my colleagues are there, no, you should take me. But it's not even easy to get to wear a jersey and play. Unless you have somebody, a godfather, somebody around to give you that. I say, you can do it. Say, let's go. So we went there and they were playing. They play. And nobody, I've seen that. Somebody, Mohammed Polo is here. Nobody knows me. Then we're sitting there. The guy said, let me go and find out what is that. Well, yes, that is how it has to go. Because you have to get a godfather who will talk for you. Because nobody knows me. He went there and said, okay, let's see the boy. So I've also brought a boy. I want you to say, okay, who is that? Let's see him. Then they asked me to come. And when they saw me, they said, what God, this small boy, what is he coming to do? They just give him the chance and see. That day, the training grounds stood still. Because at that time, the senior team have qualified. I'm talking about 72.
Yeah. Okay.
They've qualified and then they are in a camp. The rumor got there that a young boy has come home. And the rivalry between Olympics and House of Foods. They said, if we leave this boy, now that the people have heard that the boy is a gem, they will go and influence his parents. But they do that too. At that time, so I was asked to go to the camp. And the small boy, I don't know. So it all started in a very mysterious way because it never happens.
Was it destined to happen?
It looks like that. It looks like that because I don't know what I was doing. I played football. But, you know, because I was very, very, you know, young,
Yeah.
my area, those who come to watch me, you know, the area people, they have to protect me because, you know, Buga Wumu. Because you see giants playing with
Takashi football.
Takashi. And if I'm dribbling, then they will, hey, Maza. Now I face it. I started facing these problems not when I came to, you know, that highest level. I started facing those problems as a target. And, well, it's part of a God-given talent. That's why if the talent is given to somebody, you know, we have to encourage to bring it up to the best of it.
Do you recall the year you began playing football? How old were you when you began playing football?
Yes. In fact, you know, our parents are not that, I mean, excuse me, I mean, they are not educated.
Yeah.
So they just don't keep records. But, you know, our mothers, they will look at an
incident that happened.
And
use that to gauge.
Yes, and then look and say, hey, what's that? So they couldn't refer anything to me, but they referred it to my sister. You know, I came, you know, my sister, you know, followed me. We were 4. My senior brother before me, and then my sister before another. So they refer it because she referred it to those years, you know, that was Independent Day when my sister was born. So she refers to them the age, you know, with 2 years difference.
So as we speak, a specific date of birth for you is not known?
No, it's not known. But House of Folk managed to
to give you a date of birth.
Yes, they gave me a date of birth.
Oh,
that coincides with their with their anniversary. So when House of Folk is 50 years, I'm also 50 years. I'm celebrating my year. So that is how it goes. But funny, you have to take it that way. But I remember very well, I was then very, very young. So I will be around 16 years, 17 years. Because at that time, we don't play this youth football.
Yeah.
That would have seen me in, you know, at that, you know, level. Unfortunately, it was after we have past that age group, then youth football started coming. And that is always an advantage too.
Polo is a quite dominant name, but reading about you, I saw Alhaji Mohammed Ahmed. How did the Polo come into the picture?
Yeah, it's another story. You know, those days, you know, coming from a very, you know, humble family, very poor. And that time, football doesn't make, you know, give you money. We play for the love of it. But we just enjoy playing. So, you know, we always have, what do we call an interest. When it rains, you know, there is this, these things that come from, you know, when it rains, in the bush.
Okay. Yeah.
You know this.
They look like some, I don't know how to call them, like widows or something.
Yes,
stuff?
we go and search for it, because that is where you get your, you know, we don't know that it's nutritious, you know. This kind of meat and other things, you know, you go there, that is where they come up. So we go there with the older ones, and they take us, we go and then search for it, for them. But at that time, it was that area was getting to the airport area where they play this polo game on the horse.
Okay. Around airport. Okay.
Around airport, it's still there.
Yeah.
So when we are coming, I enjoy watching them play. So I stay and watch, and sometimes I come back home late. When they say, why did you? I was watching polo. I say, what is polo? So this area football that we playing, and at that time area football is very. Even today, they organize themselves playing area
football is crazy.
Yeah. So there was a match between an area and then a rivalry community, and they needed me. And I told them that, look, I have to go and watch it. Today is polo, football day. I have to go there and watch. If you want me to play, let me go and come. I said, polo. That is how the name polo came.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Quite an interesting story there. You mentioned something that kind of caught my attention a bit about your family. How would you describe those beginnings of your life?
Yeah, I think Muslim community, we are always restricted because of the religion. Don't do this, don't go this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. So the interest, to go to school even is not there. So my senior brother did not start school early. So it has to go that way, but the Arabic school, and that time it was not Arabic and English. Yeah. They are not interested. So if you go in too much, in the secular education, then maybe you become a Christian. That is what they were thinking. Unlike today. So it took some time. And because I was coming up, there was a school that is interested in footballers. This Roman Catholic school, that's at Nima.
Around where the Gata is?
Yes, Nima.
Okay.
Nima, the main market.
Yes.
Yes. This Roman
school? Yeah, there's a church there.
That's where I started my primary school. So I go there, and they were playing football, so I enjoy going there. And I was playing football. Small boy, but I was fixing to play. So that's how it started. For me to go to school, and even to go to the level of a primary school to now today GSS
form and
yes form 4 form 4 but I didn't go there was no form 4 there, so I have to come to Kotobabi here for my form 4. And then I remember very, very interesting. That time they played this school game, football games, and I was part of a Greater Accra selected team, and we were playing at Tamale, and we have to sit an exam. That was the last day of this form 4, which is very, very, even today, I was asked, and we were asked to go to camp. So that was from form 3 to form 4. And I'm supposed to, sit the exams from form 3 to form 4.
So you can progress to the next.
But because of football, I have to go. And then the exam was over. I came, they said I should repeat. I said, what? I went to see then the head minister. She was a mistress. She was a lady. And there was a teacher who loved football. So I went to him. I said, look at what is it? Is the school not proud that a people has been, selected to represent, the whole Accra? And he is asking me to repeat. I said, no. He said, they asked him, if there is something at all, they should look at my class, work, exams and other things. If it's good, then definitely I could have passed. And that is where I was, I was passed, but I didn't sit the exam.
I see.
And the day we have to see the exam for the Form 4 certificate, I don't know where the certificate, because that certificate is also, it values, As what I sat this exam and passed this exam, it should be there. They put it in you have to put it in at that time. You have to put it in a frame. You have to frame it and put it and show people that because at that time that level is the highest level.
So was that a level you got to, or you proceeded?
Because of football, I couldn't continue. I was given the chance to continue. That was to the secondary school. Because of football, every time they come and take me, go and play football practice. And when I went to Arsenal, they shattered it.
Which year did you go to Arsenal?
72.
So you went to Arsenal 72?
Yeah.
Was it after that training session you spoke about that someone took you there and you were given an opportunity to play?
Exactly.
So how were you signed? How were you signed? Because
we were not signed. That time we don't sign anything. You are not you are not enticed. That's why it's football at that time is purely sacrificial job. The love for it. You just want to wear, especially when you are playing Hearts or Folks or Kotoko. It's not easy to wear those jerseys. To the extent that you are called to the national team. Surprisingly, I came 72, 73 I was called to the national team. 74 I was the best player in Ghana here. So I became target. I became a target that, it doesn't matter. At that time, it's not like today. Good players, quality players are, they have to be protected.
Yeah.
Because they make the game, interesting. Football is entertainment. If they are not there, at a point in time, if I'm not well, even I have to be injected to play football. Master, we've gone through hell in football, in Ghana here.
When you say hell, what does it mean?
Hell, injected. Who will be injected to play? Today's young ones, even if he's so signed, whatever money, if he's injured, he has to be properly treated to come back, fully fit. Is that not what is happening today? I remember just recently, Kudus was coming. He came with his, physio, to ensure that he can play. Ours is not like that.
But isn't it also because those days it was not as sophisticated as it is now? We have more medical, or let me say, more scientific way of treating players. So every player or every club has got a medical team in place to protect its players. Maybe at your time, those things were not available.
Yes, we were having medical checkups. If these things are not there, you cannot go to Africa when we are going to play, even 1978. The one when we won the cup for keep. We have to go to medical checkup. And one of the best players was declared unfit. Through medical, he's okay. And that is Kumi. And then I was not fit. I was then not fit. I was feeling, pain in my leg. But I have to play it. I have to go to Eastern Europe tour throughout. We came back, went to Brazil because they wanted us. And I did all this. When I came back, I was not feeling well. I said it's enough. Because it was an ankle injury. Ankle and knee injury, these are these are sophisticated areas. I was having it here on my. I came and then I couldn't do anything. I decided no. We have players. We have Ajiman Prempe, Kotoko player, and the same Kumitu. They were all lefty. They can equally play my position. Surprisingly, I didn't tell anybody. I picked my bag and went home. It was just a day before the match, and then it was Achampon's time. He came. Achampon has to, is a special assistant. He has, because he has love for football. He is the one in charge of football, but he appointed a special person who just, he
follows
just
the team.
Pardon?
Follows the team or the player.
No, he everything that man, send message to him as the word.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he liaison with him. He tells him whatever it is. So he's straightforward. When he tells him something, it is from him. The communication is straightforward. So if he says this is it. So he came there to encourage the players. And because I was his, I was his one of his idols. When he comes, he see me. He came after talking to the guy, encouraging them. They should have to go. If they go and win, they will be promised. They will get a very. This is what the. Achampo himself, the president has said, if we are able to win and win it for keeps, the award, and we all know that it's houses. After winning it, we were promised houses. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But then I have packed my things and went because I can't do anything. I felt it's too much, and we are going to play with the likes of Tunisia, likes of Nigeria, who play, very hard there. Masa, I went home. The guy, after the meeting, the promise he spoke to the guy, he said, where is Mohammed Polo? You know what the coaches told him? Mohammed Polo has packed his things and went home. And he didn't report that this is what Mohammed Polo has done. Because they want to, have their own players to play. Some of us, we started facing challenges long time ago. Because that players, they are Kotoko. They are almost, Kotoko sympathizers, coaches. So they love, if they feel Kotoko. Once I'm there, as a husband, I'm an impediment to those Kotoko players. Because if I'm there, I'll play. Even with injury, I have to play. I decided, let me pack my things and go home. When the colonel came, Simpe Asante, he came and he realized that he came to Nima. You can imagine how Nima was at that time. When you go, even today, it was part of Nima that became Kanda. So behind it, it's still there. That ghetto life, is still there. This officer came with his car, passed all through this and came like, he asked, where is Polo? They said, hey, now Polo, why are they? What is going to happen? And they called me. I came out. They said, why did you leave camp? I said, I'm not feeling well. You see, if it's something, they should have reported that this is what is happening to me. And I feel I cannot go, or I should be taken to hospital for checkup. For treatment. No, I decided because I will be used, without medical attention. But this man, this colonel, he said, no, even you're half fit, you are better than somebody who is. That is what he told me. So go and pack your things and let's go. And his order. So Jama, I told him, I beg him. My mother, especially my mother, she's a trader. She's not in. You should wait for her to go and bring your things. Then go and bring them. I will take your things so that I make sure you come. So I brought my things. He took my things to the camp. And then when my mother came, she came late. I reported it to her that this is what has happened. She gave me the blessing. Go. And I went. The first match, that was the second day. The competition started the next day. And they played. I didn't. That was with Zambia. We nearly suffered a defeat. So they decided, no, Polo must be used. I played all the game. with that injury. I played all the game. And the influencer, I made the 2 goals, even the last goal that we made. And I remember an incident. You know, Opoku, the later Opoku every year. He was the top striker at that time. With the Nigeria match, a match with Nigeria, you know, he had a collision, bad collision with the one of the Nigerian player. He has to finish at the hospital, 37 hospital, to survive, to revive him, not to revive him. You could see that he was not in his senses. Look at somebody who is fit, 100% fit. Had a collision like this, and then they have to go and revive him at the hospital. You know, this gentleman, you see that time, I don't know, you know, we have some sort of some commitment, some patriotism. This guy came back and wear the jersey at the last, it's called, because that was, you know, Tunisia match was the semis. Then the finals will be with the finals will be with Uganda. Was with Uganda. So he had that collision towards the semis with Nigeria. If we lose that game, no, we couldn't go to the semis. So we won it. So we advanced to the semi. With Tunisia, he didn't play, and then he came back after this problem that he had. He came back in the Uganda match and scored the 2 goals. You could see that the sort of, you know, commitment of those generation. Not today, with all the football that they are playing at that highest level. They are playing quality ball. They are all quality. They are all playing football at that highest level. And still we don't see the commitment. What is wrong?
We'll get to what is wrong, and I would like your thoughts on that. But you mentioned something which has to do with you being half fit. You were injured, but when you went to come, first game against Zambia, you didn't play, but the rest of the games you played every single thing or every single game. I've heard stories about how good you were, but I was not privileged to be born around that time to see you play. Just how good was Mohammed Polo? We've heard your stories at House of Oak, your stories at the national team, even to when you went to UAE. Just how good was Polo?
You know, I cannot describe myself, but certain actions describe who Polo is at that time.
What are those?
In the first place, how can, you know, somebody say, with even your half fit, your presence is better than somebody who is fully fit? It means there is some sort of, you know, quality. There is some sort of quality. And you remember the miracle of Elwak?
Yeah.
House of Oaks. You know how the miracle of Elwak came up?
I read that match report by Joe Agri.
You read it from them?
Joe Agri.
No, they were those who rise, and they gave me all this. They were those who gave me this. I have almost about, I can't explain. It's in the book. How many accolades? More than 15 accolades. Those interesting ones I can mention is the maestro, wizard, magician, polo to polo. I mean, to the professor, football professor. So names, you know, different. Twice every. Why? Because in every match, you know, what happens in it, different things happen. And that is why God told us that He has 99 names. One, exclusive, no, the one, no, nobody knows it. But we don't know it. But it's in the Quran. And those who read Quran frequently, they meet that word, but they don't know that word. We have 99
names of Allah.
So in every day, it's something different that happens with Allah. It's only Allah who listens to everybody at the same time. If somebody can listen to somebody while somebody is talking, that's why I say, hey, you are making noise. This man is talking, we want to listen to him. But if you are talking, this man is talking, Allah listens to everybody. That is why Allah's name is, there's nothing like Allah. So nobody should compare, somebody with Allah, let alone Allah as a son. We are not religious, but it's very, very important. Allah is accepting. Allah can bring anything at all he wants in this world. He can bring out of nothing to something. So some of us, I don't see, I can't tell myself I'm so extraordinary that I'm better than, no. But
in your book,
yes,
I saw before Messi there was Polo.
Exactly.
In your book, I read a portion which said that you would see Mohammed Polo here. By the time you realize Mohammed Polo is in the opposition box, same Polo with the ball, he's able to give a pass even without watching. This clearly suggests that those who saw you saw certain qualities in you. That's why they could describe you like that.
Masa, I'm the only player in Ghana who has played with 4 generations of players. 4 generations. I played with Chamokwe, Sam Johnson, 4 generations. And a player coach. All these, I coached them and played with them.
Sika Kuno said when he saw you, I interviewed Sika Kuno on this show, he said when he saw you, he was starstruck.
He was? He was? He's a lefty too. He's a lefty, You see, that's why I'm surprised.
He said, wow, magic. Magic.
That's why I'm surprised. Today I'm a coach. And I want to impart. Sometimes they say, those who play good, wallahi, it's not all of us. Some of us have something special for these younger ones. I feel very sad. Seeing, you see, I wrote something. I feel sad. Ghana football should not be where it is now, especially in this generation, where football has become, lucrative. Money involved. The money that players are making. Are they spending it? When you come, we bring this guy, you come and spend the money. So when we have players, what makes Brazil economy strong? Football. They make money and bring it to their country, and it will be spent here. It's not going to be spent anymore. I remember. DK Poison. DK Poison earned some money, and then Achampong has to beg him because at that time Ghana economy was something.
That's quite a prominent story out there.
Yeah, you see how much more we have quality players, coming, from professional football, bringing in. Look at the money then, and look at the money a player is making. Is this more money? And why won't we invest in these younger ones? Because the talents are there. We were called Brazil of Africa.
Yeah.
At a point in time. Why? Because they've seen some country. I remember at that time we haven't been to the World Cup. Roger Miller. Roger Miller exploded the world with that sort of. Yeah. He said that you haven't seen anything. When Ghana football comes to the world, you will see, real football, because they play with strength, but we have flair. Today we want even the strength more than even the flair that we have, and somebody is saying no. This is my friend. It's about the quality, because if you have quality and somebody takes you, the money he pays you, he doesn't pay with somebody who is only having. No, there is quality. Ronaldo's and Messi's, the money they earn is who is, I mean, there are qualities, and the qualities with the money that they earn. So I don't see why we should be struggling. We go and sit.
I think hopefully we should be able to do better. But I just want to stay around the 78 team. I remember a report had earlier suggested that in 78, your group held the nation ransom, making some demands before you played the 78 AFCON, and that it was spearheaded by Reverend Osei Kofi.
No, that was not my generation.
78, you didn't play the 78 AFCON?
Yes, we won it for keeps.
You won it for keeps.
But Osei Kofi was not in our generation.
He didn't play that tournament.
Yes.
Apparently, I remember reading that report from Elizabeth Ohene,
yeah,
who stated that Reverend Osei Kofi actually made demands for the team, and it was one of the reasons why he was not part of the team for AFCON 78.
No, I think at that time it was, you know, he's finished his football. In 78 he was not, but 78 there was nothing like that. 78 there was nothing like that.
You didn't make demands for money?
At all. At all. It was a promise that was given to us after winning that cup. To give a estate of, unfortunately, because all the players are not staying in Accra. Unfortunately, they said they wanted the houses were ready. You know, this Dansumang.
Okay.
The houses were ready. But those who are coming from Sunyani, Kwebkos, Tadi, Kumasi, everybody said he wants that estate, you know, Masa. And then they cook him. Otherwise, you know, would have given the
so because of the coup that you didn't get the house?
Yes. It was. If a champion delayed a little before the coup, no, everybody, but unfortunately, no, the unfortunate thing is that I wouldn't say that because of the change of government, yeah. But the sole reason why we didn't get the housing because everybody wants a house in his region. Now they are going to plan on this thing and build it because at that time it was a pilot program that was in Accra. That estate houses, it was not over. So if we had accepted that, everybody's like, you can come. If you don't want it, you can sell it and go and build it. But the mine was not there, and we lost everything. So nobody demanded. No. We never demanded anything. And
in any case, if a champion made a promise, whether he's there or he's not there, he made a promise at head of state, and as head of state, his word is documented. So 78 groups still could have gotten their houses by virtue of the fact that a champion made a promise.
That is what I'm saying. But nothing like that. Nothing like that is happening. Not even the appeal that we have to make. And it's fallen on deaf ears.
I remember in 2015, former President John Dramani Mahama had a dinner with the 78 group because you were promised houses and they were never on it. And they did state that because those promises were made many years ago, it was in fulfillment of that promise. Did that not settle you enough?
No. That was, this 78 squad was promised estate houses. But this one, what did it to those who won the AFCON.
The AFCON.
From 63 to 68. It doesn't reflect to that. He feels...
So it is not enough settlement?
No. It's not enough. This is something that he did, to pacify us as head of a state, which we appreciated. You understand? But the promise that was done, is not fulfilled. It's to pacify us. And how much is it? You can imagine. Some people even, got the advantage because those who were in a World Cup winning team twice, some people tried. They got even better than some.
So the money was given in pro rata basis. So if you want 2 AFCONs, you get more than someone who wins.
Exactly. So it doesn't work at all. Why? We were promised houses. It doesn't work at all. But we appreciate what and that is what those who were in charge did.